Yo, what is going on? I thought I was going to be late, only late by like a couple seconds, maybe a minute. But what's going on, everybody? You are tuned in to the listen. I can't explain it enough. This is arguably the most brutally honest podcast there is in America, probably in the world. Hello to my one viewer, whoever you are. Good evening. Thank you for, stopping by and taking time out of your day to tune in. Listen, y'all already know what this is. This is Pro Season, new episode. So I'm not even going to waste y'all time because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to waste y'all time. I'm here to give y'all the real, so y'all can make y'all decisions from there. So I'm going to, try to keep it a little short. But before I go to the main, the main topics, let's go into the sports world. So the NBA playoffs has began. So here's my predictions. Let me just go to the people who's in the playoffs. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya said he's about to come out. He is coming out of retirement. All I'm gonna say is be careful, old man, because you trying to fight at 154, 160, and you know who's in those divisions. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, so boom. So NBA playoffs. Nets, Raptors going to sweep them. Celtics, 76ers. It's probably going to be a 6-game series going to the Celtics. Jazz, Nuggets. That's probably going to be a 7-game series, and I'm going to give it to the Nuggets. Mavs, Clippers. That's going to end in 5. I'm calling it right now. That's either going to end in 5 or 6 games. Let's see what else. Lakers and Portland, that might go 6 or 7 games to the Lakers. Love Damian Lillard. He is balling out of control. I've been told y'all he was the real deal. Nobody believed me. Now they seeing it. But unless everybody plays well, like it's going to take a whole team to beat the Lakers. It's going to take a team effort to beat the Lakers. So they kind of got lucky last night. They kind of got lucky. I'm just saying, like, they got lucky. LeBron and AD balled out. I think Kuzma balled out too, but everybody else was a dub. Like, everybody else was a dub. Kentavious Caldwell pooped 1 point. Like, come on. Like, changes is going to be made. Adjustments is going to be made. So, in order for Portland to upset the Lakers, everybody has to play a perfect game. Every game. Let's see. Miami, Indiana. That might go 6 games to the Heat. OKC and Houston. Houston's probably going to win that in 5. Orlando, Milwaukee. I'm going 6 games. Milwaukee, they better tighten up or they will be upset. So that's the NBA from there. Baseball season, you already know. Shout out to the Yankees. Hockey season, whatever. Now, like I said, I'm not about to waste y'all time. We about to get to the nitty gritty, to the meat and potatoes of this shit. So as you see what is going on right now, the big time clusterfuck called the Democratic National Convention. Listen, I hope y'all paying attention. Like, I really hope America is paying attention. It's been 2 days. 2. Right? Today's Wednesday. It's been 2 whole days. And I think the last day is tonight or tomorrow. Either it's tonight or tomorrow. Number 1, Joe Biden has yet to speak. Yet to give a speech. Kamala Harris is speaking tonight. Why not Joe Biden? The president who's actually running for president. They have all, like, if you just watch what's been going on, like, those past 2 days, it's like, okay, what is y'all plan? They don't have a plan for y'all. Well, I know what their plan is. They're going to try to bring in socialism into this country, free everything. They want free health care for illegals, Medicare for all, free schooling, the Green New Deal. They want to ban fracking. Pennsylvania, I hope you're paying attention. They want to ban fracking. They want abortion up to 9 months. So it could be the 9th month, and you would have the option to abort your baby. I hope you're paying attention to that, women. What else? Oh, they want open borders, no cash bail. It's like, come on. But as you see what's been going on, what y'all been watching, what we've been viewing, all they've been talking about is Donald Trump is not the right man for the job. He's causing division. We're divided. We need to unite. The world's coming to the end. America, he's not the right man for the job. This is what you've been hearing for the past 2 days, and you're going to hear it again tonight when there's no good son of a bitch Barack Obama speak. They're going to have Kamala Harris speak. They're going to have crazy Nancy Pelosi speak. I even think they're going to have Pocahontas speak tonight. They're going to have Pocahontas speak. Like, come on. Don't y'all see? Listen, I'm not telling you who to vote for. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for. But all I am saying is, don't, like, come on. It doesn't take. Listen, like I said 2 episodes ago, it's like people done took common sense and threw that shit out the window. That is what's going on. They have taken, like, come on, they want open borders, free healthcare, and free education for illegal immigrants. Joe Biden has already said if he's elected, your taxes will be raised. Not it's probably, it will be raised. They're going to take your guns. They're going to take your guns too. They want to abolish the police. They want to limit the consumption of red meat. Jesus Christ, I love how the government try to tell me what I can do in my life. Like, real, like this shit is just, at this point, it's comical. It is very comical. And then did y'all see the performance of Billy Porter? Come on, like who are you guys fooling? Who, like, come on, like, America, wake up. Y'all have to wake up and see what is going on. The Green New Deal it's going to cost trillions of dollars. And guess who's going to pay for it? Us, the American people. Us. Taxes will be raised. Us. No free speech. They're trying to take away the First Amendment. They try, like, come on, like, don't y'all see what's going on? Y'all don't, like, they have not gave y'all a plan of what, let me say that again. They have not gave you a plan on what they're gonna do to bring this country back to top prominence. They're not doing that. As you see, these past 2 days, they've been talking about division, defunding police, systemic racism, oppression, how Donald Trump is a bad person, how he's evil. Like, don't y'all see this? They have Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton said Donald Trump turned the Oval Office into a motherfucking command center. Say it's the person that got head in the Oval Office from a woman that wasn't his wife. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Don't y'all see what's going on here? Like I said, and somebody tried to debate with me today on this, on the same stuff. I'm like, yo, listen. These people that y'all caping for, like Joe Biden, Pocahontas, crazy Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, the list goes on. Y'all is caping for these people who are career politicians. That means they spent majority of their life in Congress. What have they done? What have they done? Don't worry, I will wait. Tell me what Maxine Waters has done in her district. I can tell you what AOC done in her district. She cost the state of New York Amazon. Remember that? Pfft. Amazon is booming right now. Amazon is booming. Tesla, booming. These tech companies, booming. and she caused New York to not have. She ran Amazon away from the state of New York. That could have brought hundreds and thousands of jobs, billions and billions of dollars. And then you had that Governor Bozo. I'm not finna call him Andrew Cuomo. He's not Governor Cuomo no more. He is Governor Bozo. He is the Bozo. He said the coronavirus came from Europe. No, it came from a lab in Wuhan, China. It came from China. And this was the same guy that had coronavirus patients go into these nursing homes. He made that decision, which cost almost 11,000 lives. But he called Donald Trump a bad person. I just want y'all to sit back, look in the mirror, and think about that for a second. How can y'all have a person like that's back who costs 11? They say 6,000, but according to the Associated Press, that number might be higher. It might be over 10,000. So you then it cost 10,000 senior citizens to die. You brought them senior citizens to their death. And then you chastise the president. You chastise this man over and over and over and over. Yet you kept calling this man for help over and over and over and over. Don't get me started on Bill de Blasio. Whatever he cuts $1 billion in funding for the NYPD. Then y'all turn around and get mad when the whole NYPD endorses Donald Trump for president. Crime has been on the rise in New York City. Don't get me started on Portland. Did y'all see that video in Portland where a guy got kicked in the head like that? Listen, if that was me, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. He just would have gotten that whole. Listen, it's gonna be some furniture moving in that motherfucker. Where is the law and order in these Democratic ran cities? The DNC, they have not said nothing about the violence going on in these Democratic ran cities, but yet they tell you that Trump is the bad person. Trump is a racist. He's a bigot. He's xenophobic. All this shit. He's a rapist. All this shit. They say all this shit about this man, yet none of them is coming to the table to help this man with a deal, to help the American people. He wants to postpone student loan payments until further notice. He wants to stop payroll taxes at least until the end of the year. He wants to give out an additional unemployment money to the American people. He wants to stop evictions until further notice. He's trying to do this for the American people. But you know what the Democrats' focus are right now? I gotta get a new chair. I gotta get a new table. I'll get on that later. You know what the Democrats is more focused on? They are focused on this conspiracy theory that is the U.S. Postal Service. They are saying that Donald Trump is trying to rig the election by not having universal mail-in voting. And listen, I said this a few weeks ago. It's cool for y'all to protest, have sit-ins, go to the beach. They're about to open up the movie theaters this week and next week, especially in Tampa. The movie theaters that's right down the street from me, they open it up next week. I got an email today on my phone. They're opening up next week. So it's cool to do all this stuff. But when it comes to voting, actually going to a poll and, like going to the library, going to the nearest recreational center, wherever they have a polling station, that is not cool. They want to have a universal mail-in voting. That means For instance, say if, okay, so back in 2014, I stayed in Polk County, right, in Mulberry. They could send a ballot with my name on it, with my brother's name on it, to my house in Polk County, and I haven't lived in that house since 2014. Yeah, so I was staying in Polk County in 2010 and 2014. I have not stayed in Polk County in 6 years. They could send a fucking ballot with my name on it to that home address. They're already talking about he's removing all the mailboxes. Let me ask y'all a question. When's the last time y'all used one of them blue fucking mailboxes? Don't worry, I'll wait. I don't know when the last time I seen one of those until they showed it on Fox News. I don't know when's the last time I actually took an envelope with a letter or whatever in it that's stamped, walked to a blue mailbox and inserted the envelope in that motherfucker, close that bitch up and walk away. I can't tell you the last time I did that. Nobody, and another thing, the blue mailbox that started when Obama was in office. Like, think about it. Who is going to walk to a mailbox? The blue ones. Who's going to walk to the blue mailboxes in 2020? That shit is obsolete. Those mailboxes is obsolete. Then it was like, oh, people's not going to get their Social Security checks. There's something called direct deposit. Like, it's something called direct deposit, guys. They stopped doing that in about 2010, like 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Don't y'all listen, America? Are you guys really paying attention to what's going on? Like, it's comical at this point. It is truly a Saturday Night Live skit. That's the Democratic Party right now. A Saturday Night Live skit. And it's really not funny. It's really sad. It is sad at this point in time. It is sad at what they doing to the American people, instilling fear in y'all, fear mongering. They telling y'all Trump is this, Trump is that, but Trump is the only one trying to help out the American people. Prior to this post office shit, they was going home. They was going home for recess. They was going back to their homes and living their lives. Nancy Pelosi, she lived in Martha's Vineyard, eating that expensive ice cream. So I don't know what it's gonna take for y'all to really see the big picture, because listen, I'm just gonna give it another rundown. They want to stop your First Amendment rights. They want to take away your guns, Medicare for all, free college education, open borders. Like I said, go to Canada with no passport. Go to Canada with no identification and see what happens to you. Go to Mexico with no identification and see what happens to you. Go to any other country in the world that is not America and see what happens to you. You're going to jail if you get caught. They will apprehend you and lock you the fuck up. They want open borders for illegal immigrants. They want free health care, free education for illegal immigrants. They want to ban fracking. They want they want to end cash bail. They want to abolish prisons, abolish the police. They want to cut military spending. They want to give more rights to LGBTQ. They're not going to do nothing for Black America. They're not going to do nothing for you. They're really not. They want to push this Green New Deal that's going to cost trillions of dollars within a certain amount of years. And like I said, guess who's going to pay for that? Us, the American people. Is going to come out of our taxpayer. It's our taxpayer dollars that's going to fund that shit. And Joe Biden already said it himself. Day one, your taxes will be raised. Day one, your taxes will be raised. The peace deals in the Middle East that they made, Obama and them sent $150 billion to Iran. What the fuck do they need $150 billion of our money for? When that could have went to us, to the American people. When Obama and them went to office, there was more people on food stamps, more unemployment. Go look at the numbers. Go look at the real numbers. Don't listen to the fake news. Look the numbers up yourself. Look the numbers up yourself. Go on the government websites. Don't go on CNN. Don't go on MSDNC. Don't look at the New York Toilet Paper Times. Like, don't just without bias. That's why I really stopped watching those news stations. And like listen, and I'm not being biased. I used to not watch Fox News at all. I was just watching CNN, MSNBC. I read the New York Toilet Paper Times, Washington Post. I read listen, I used to fuck with all of that shit. But then I seen what was going on, and I just, tuned in to Fox News one day. But like, you know what? They're actually making some fucking sense. I'm going to start fucking with them. So I just want y'all to really do your research. Really read. Do your research. Google is your friend. Oh, not really, because the Democratic Party is in their they got the Democratic Party in their pockets as well. The big tech companies, Google, Facebook, Twitter. Oh yeah. So if they want to, all this information that you could find yourself, they could wipe that bitch off the net clean. You'll never see it again. This is a fact. And when is Joe Biden gonna speak? They have this man cooped up in his basement bunker in Delaware. They're keeping him out of the public eye for a reason, because they know when he debates Donald Trump, you already know what's gonna happen. Y'all don't think Trump is ready? Y'all really don't think? There's people that really think that Biden is ready to debate this man. If that's the case, why don't the debate right now? Early voting is about to start within the next 2 to 3 weeks in some states, and we have not seen not one debate yet. What does that tell you? So y'all just voting because y'all don't like the man, because of what he say, not what he's done, because they're clearly telling you that he's evil, he's racist, all this shit. That's what they're telling you. They're not telling you what he's done or what he hasn't done, like actually done to help the American people. They haven't even tell you what they're gonna do to help you. But I just told you what they're gonna do to hurt you. So I'm gonna, look tonight at day 3 and see what these idiots have to say. Because like I said, at this point in time, it is a clown show. The Democratic National Convention is a clown show. Like, y'all just see it. It's like, yo, how do y'all expect me to vote for y'all? Fuck the color. Not even me being a black man, just me being a man. Or they want to motherfucking destroy men too. Like demasculate them. As you seen at the day one in the performance, they had Billy Porter singing. Like, come on. Like, come on, people. Like, come on. Like, don't y'all not see what's going on? And then when I was in the gym today, I wasn't watching CNN, but when I be on the elliptical, the one that I always use, the TV is like right over, and they playing CNN. But I'm just telling them, hey, either can you change this channel or just turn that shit off, because I really don't want to watch this. They were saying, oh, Colin Powell he's endorsing Joe Biden. Colin Powell hasn't voted Republican since 2004. He's voted Obama and Hillary since then. Since 2008. John Kasich, he's a fucking loser. What was the other one? Yates. Come on, people. Like, come on. Like, these are GOP rejects. Sore losers. John Kasich is a sore loser. He's still mad that he lost the fucking primaries to run for president. He's still mad at that. Dude, let it go. Let it go. Just let it go, man. So like I said, I'm gonna watch day 3 tonight, and I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet you. I'm willing to cash out somebody $100 fucking if you watch this motherfucker tonight, and they don't tell you what their plan is to quote unquote restore America. Listen, if they tell us their plan tonight, I will literally cash out you $100 fucking tonight or tomorrow. I will literally cash out you that money, because I guarantee they're not going to tell you what their plan is. They're not, even though I already told you what their plan is, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to keep pushing this division shit, this oppression shit, this racism, systemic racism, Black Lives Matter, defund the police. We got to stay home, universal mail-in voting. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're doing. They're not going to tell you tonight, they're not going to tell you that we plan on taking your guns. We plan on taking away your free speech. They're not going to tell you that. Why is that? So I want you to just really know who you're voting for. So y'all would rather have Joe Biden, who's not even in control of this shit. He's just a puppet. As you see, Bernie Sanders, AOC, a lot of crap. That's the name now, not Alexandria Ocasio. No, it's a lot of crap. AOC, a lot of crap. Joe Biden, Bernie fucking Sanders, like they are pushing this radical left socialism bullshit. That's what they pushing. That's what they're trying to push to the American people. They are willing to do whatever it fucking takes to win, to steal the election. Universal mail-in, come on. If you could protest, just like we've seen those 15,000 people out there in Brooklyn protesting for a transgender that got killed. If they could protest, if then people in Portland and Seattle could be out fucking the city up, and then people in Chicago, if they could do all of that, your ass could get up and go to the fucking polls and vote. What is wrong with having things fair and down the middle? So that way, when Trump wins, y'all can't complain and say, oh, it wasn't fair. Like, come on. The Democratic Party is in complete shambles. They are on its last leg. Don't believe me? Just look at what's going on. They brought back Bill Clinton. Last time I heard of Bill Clinton, they showed that painting that was in Jeffrey Epstein's mansion, right? Epstein Island. They showed that portrait of him sitting in the chair wearing a dress. Like, that's a real portrait. That's not fake news. That's a real portrait. So that stuff that make you go, what the fuck was really going on in that island? What was going on in that house? To where when they arrested the man, they found a portrait of Bill Clinton sitting in a chair wearing a dress and high heels. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. This is a true story. This is real shit. They brought back Colin Powell. Fucking really? They forced Michelle and Barack to make a bullshit video knowing damn well they don't fuck with Joe Biden. Knowing damn well they don't fuck with him like that. They don't fuck with him like that. Look how long it took him to endorse Joe Biden. Look how long it took him. It took him months. But y'all don't hear me, though. Y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all just stuck on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that think she's black, but she's not black. She's not black. My homeboy tried to argue with me on that shit yesterday. I'm like, yo, just because she's Jamaican, that doesn't mean that she's black. There is actually Chinese Jamaicans in Jamaica, white Jamaicans in Jamaica, Indian Jamaicans. Like there's different types of Jamaicans down there. But she ain't one of us. She ain't one of us. Go look at the past articles. When she got voted into Congress, what did it say? Indian American. It said nothing about it. Now she's the African American now that she's running for vice president. Come on, how fucking ironic is that? So like I said, I'm not telling you who to vote for, but I'm here laying out the hardcore facts to you guys. These people is not for us. They do not care about you. They care about their agenda, raising taxes, taking more of our money out of our pockets. They are going to run this country into the ground. They're going to turn this shit into a third world country. They're going to try to they're going to give China all this fucking freedom to do whatever the fuck they want over here. Russia. No. Hillary said that Trump was going to have us at war with North Korea. It's 2020, and I've yet to see us in war with North Korea. She was going to have us go to war with North Korea. That's a fact. So enough of that. But like I said, just watch day 3 tonight. Watch the fuckery that goes on in day 3 tonight. So I already talked about, Congress bullshit. Like I said, they just want to be on recess. They don't want to help the American people. The Democrats is mad because Trump want to get. What's that lady name? The lady that be doing the White House press briefing. Kayla, whatever the fucking name is. She even stated today that the U.S. Postal Service, they have $25 billion in cash right now. So what the fuck they need another $25 billion in cash for? What did they need another fucking bailout for? When they have money on hand, they have billions of dollars. They quit to come back to Capitol Hill to try to make a deal on the post office, the fucking post office, but they don't want to make a deal to help you out, to help out the American people, to help out small businesses, to help out to give the American people the money that they need so they can pay their bills, so they can put food on the table for their kids, so they can survive. They're more worried about the post office than you. What does that tell you? Are you guys really paying attention? I hope you are. Because like I said, if it had nothing to do with the post office, they was going to go home. They was going home to their nice mansions with green grass and private security. Meanwhile, they wanted to fund the police, but they got private security. Remember that. And then, did you see that video of that the female politician in Baltimore, listen, look at that political ad. Look at that shit. Look how she's walking through Baltimore. She was walking through Baltimore, and Baltimore's been that way since the 90s. It's 2020. How is it that those parts of Baltimore, the African American community in Baltimore, still look the same way as it did back in the 90s? It's clear as day something is going on. Something ain't right. That don't occur in our heads. That, hold on, how did she walk up and down Baltimore, and Baltimore looked like shit? And then, like I said, you could go back to the 90s. Go watch that. So HBO had a miniseries back in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. It's called The Corner. And it was based in Baltimore. Go to that. Like, this was before The Wire. This was way before The Wire. Look at that shit. That was back in the 90s. It still looks like that today. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? These people have failed them. These Democratic leaders have failed them. Failed them. Failures. Completely failed them. I'll pull up the YouTube video right now and show y'all motherfuckers. They have failed the people of, they have failed the black community of Baltimore. Chicago, the black community in Chicago, they failed y'all too. Los Angeles, failed y'all. New York City, failed you guys. St. Louis, failure. Look what they're doing in Portland, failed you guys. Seattle, failed. Minnesota, they just voted to abolish the police. Democrats, failed y'all. They are failing y'all by the day, and yet y'all still say that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and them is the best people for the job. Y'all got to be fucking kidding me. I have to be on punked. Where's Ashton Kutcher? Please come out. Please stop the charades. Please stop it. Like, just watch that video. The same streets of Baltimore that she's walking on right now, it's been that way since the 90s. Abandoned buildings, horrible infrastructure, like crime, drugs, prostitution, you name it. Robberies, murders, you name it. How is it that the black community, but how is it still looks like, come on, like I can't even wrap my I can't even fathom that. I can't even wrap my finger around it. Like I just can't even wrap my finger around this shit. How is it that the black community in Baltimore in 2020, we're about to be in 2021. How is it still look the same now as it was back in the 90s, maybe the 80s? Y'all don't see a problem in that? You go to the south side of St. Pete. They put a baseball stadium right in the hood. Like, listen, I remember when my cousin was dating this chick in St. Pete. She lived right there on the south side. And fuck, we had to walk to the store this one day. Nigga, we walked to the store strapped. We walked to the store strapped. He'll tell you. We walked to the store strapped. But we could see Tropicana Field. Like that, like fucking, like I would say from where I live at right now, going to Walmart on Del Mabry. That's how far the fucking Tropicana Field was to the hood. It's like it's right there. It's right there. It's literally a hop, skip, and a jump. We had to walk to the store strapped, and it's still that way to this day. And y'all expect me to bring my hard-earned, to bring myself over to that part of St. Petersburg with my new truck and have my shit parked there and expect for me to be safe? No. Chicago, like, it's like come on, like I already told y'all the stories about Chicago. It's been 2 weeks since I talked about Chicago. It's been almost 2 weeks. I'm surprised it took me. It's taking a long time. But I'm, like, come on. This president is really trying to help y'all. It's really trying to help the American people. But these Democrats, they want to keep y'all on lockdown. They want to keep these they are riding on the coronavirus up until election day. They're keeping these restaurants closed. Look at California. Businesses is just losing money left and right. Small businesses, they're about to start going out of business. That's everywhere in America, especially in these Democratic ran cities. They want to keep the schools closed. They want to keep the small businesses closed. They don't want y'all to do nothing. They want y'all to stay y'all asses home and quote unquote quarantine to be safe. Lo and behold, I mean, I'm not, trying to sound cocky or nothing, but this is like they are dependent on the coronavirus up until election day. They riding that shit till the wheels fall off. Meanwhile, like I said last week, domestic violence is up. Like, this is crime in general. Drug use is up. So, like, I fucking heard about this one kid. I forgot what state it was. The little boy killed himself because he can't go outside and have fun. He can't be a kid right now. He killed himself because he's not used to being at home doing nothing. Yet you ain't hear no CNN talk about it, no MSDNC, fucking Washington Post, New York Times. You ain't hear none of these people speak about that. They didn't even speak on the violence that's going on in these cities right now at the DNC. They want y'all to be in fear. They want y'all to be scared. Me, I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of this shit. I'm not. And like I said, I'm not trying to brag or boast. I'm just being honest to you guys, the American people. People is ready to go outside. Like, people want to travel. People want to go to concerts. You just seen what just happened in Wuhan. No social distancing in sight. I don't care if they ain't have a motherfucking case since January. No social distancing in sight. No mask in sight. Like, come on, like if like something's not right here. Something is not right. I mean, I don't spent about 43 minutes on this shit, like just talking about the egregious actions that the Democratic Party is pulling right now. It's getting away with. They're getting away with this. And all everybody is concerned about is, oh, Trump, he's disrespectful. We don't like how he talked to people. He's not a great leader. Meanwhile, he just did the peace deal with Israel and the United Arab Emirates, a peace deal. Who would have thought that would happen? It definitely didn't happen under Obama and Biden. It didn't happen under Bush. It didn't happen under Clinton. It happened under Trump, a businessman. Do you know how embarrassing that has to be when a businessman who's went bankrupt 4 times, a businessman who's only been in politics for 3.5 years, went bankrupt 4 times. He didn't have to run for president. He really didn't. Like, he was just safe and he was just okay doing whatever the fuck he was doing before this shit. He didn't have to run for president, but he seen the bullshit that was going on. So like I said, tonight I'm going to watch, or I'm not going to fully watch it, but I'm definitely going to check out some of the day 3 bullshit for the Democratic National Convention. And then next week is the Republicans' turn. Now, like I said before, I'm no party. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm not even an independent. I'm no party affiliation. That means if I'm picking the person who I feel like would benefit me more is definitely not Joe Biden and them, of course. So I'm definitely gonna now speaking of next week, which we're going to segue into next week. So next week I gotta take a road trip. You know, like I said, it's a lot of stuff happening in my life right now, and I am gonna make a big announcement soon. Excuse me, like maybe around the end of the month or the first week of September. I do have a big announcement. It is definitely life changing, and you know, but next week, like I said, I gotta handle very, very, very important business. So I might record next week, but I might not record next week. So I will let you guys know on Instagram on, you know, if I'm going to record or not. So, but I pretty much got whatever I needed to get off my chest tonight. You know, I hope that this episode of Pro Season really give y'all a more in-depth analysis on what's really going on. Like I said, we've pretty much heard the Democratic side, and it's bullshit. It's pretty much crap, nonsense, egregious activities going on in the Democratic Party. Meanwhile, the GOP do want to make sure you have your gun rights, keep the tax, and then, like I said, the person that was debating with me today on Instagram, you know, she was saying, well, the new tax laws, on the tax laws didn't benefit me. Listen, it's not my fault that me and the people that I know decided to play the game. While y'all sit here and continue to make excuses like the ones you made now. That's why I told the lady, I'm like, it's not my fault that me and some of my friends that's actually taking advantages of this tax breaks. It's not our fault that we decided to play the game. We're not going to be out here protesting with y'all. We're not about to be out here singing Kumbaya, my Lord, and Black Lives Matter. We're not about to be taking no motherfucking knees. We ain't got time for that shit. The train keeps rolling whether you like it or not. Y'all can protest. Y'all can do that shit. I'm not doing that shit. Like I said, they would rather protest. Listen, this year, only 9 unarmed blacks got killed by police. 9. We're worried about 9 people. Shit. 9 people get shot in Chicago before noon. Like real, like 9 people get shot in Chicago before noon. And probably 2 gonna die. 2 out of those 9 people is gonna die in Chicago by noon. Detroit, New York City, fucking LA. These Democratic ran cities. We here going crazy over 9 unarmed people that got killed by the police. But like I said, 9 people could probably get shot in Chicago tonight. 9. Like fucking starting from 8 o'clock until 8 a.m. the next day. 9 people is probably going to get shot tonight in Chicago. So like I told them, y'all sitting here making excuses and saying all this bullshit about y'all oppressed, but yet, listen, guys, everything is, listen, all this information, like of how to get out of oppression, is public information. It tells y'all exactly what to do. How they get these tax, it tells y'all exactly what it really do. Like I said, reading is fundamental. Stop listening to these career politicians. Stop listening to these athletes like Cardi B and listen. I fucks with some of Cardi B's music, not all, but some. But stop listening to people like Cardi B and LeBron James. These motherfuckers is millionaires. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they're millionaires and billionaires. These motherfuckers is wealthy. They want to keep y'all at rock bottom. They keep telling y'all that y'all oppressed. Listen, when I was fucking growing up to school, when I was growing up in elementary, middle, and high school, I was always told I could be whatever I want to be if I really put my mind to it and put the work in. It's all about putting the work in. Y'all don't want to put your minds to it. Y'all don't want to put the work in, and that's the problem. Y'all keep listening to these people that's telling you you're oppressed. The police is gonna go out and kill you. Man, listen, man. Fuck what y'all talking about, man. Listen, I'm here trying to get this breach and be wealthy. I barely turn my TV on as it is. I'm damn near ready to give it. I don't even want to sell it. I just want to give the motherfucker. I just want to give somebody a free TV here. You want the flat screen here? Take it. Because the only thing I really do on this TV is listen to my music. That's it. Maybe watch a movie here and there on Blue Moon, but other than that, I'm looking up stuff that's gonna get me out of oppression or what y'all, get me out of poverty and shit. To make sure that if I ever decide to have kids or when my niece get older, I'll give them something that's that builds wealth. So they won't have to go through what me and my sisters and them had to go through when we were kids, when we was coming up. We sitting here talking about, listen, I never tell my niece, look, she's 9, I never tell her you're oppressed. Never. That will never come out of my mouth. I will never pause. I will never tell her that. I always tell my niece, listen, you're smart as hell already. You're already brilliant at 9. You're brilliant. You could be whatever the fuck you want to be. Do not listen to these people that are going to tell you that you're black, you're oppressed, you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't ever listen. If you hear those type of people say that shit, just walk the fuck away. That's what I tell my niece, and she's 9. I'm like, yo, if you hear your teacher or anybody that tells you you're oppressed, walk the fuck away because you're not. No, you're not. And with your smarts, you could get far, very fast. That's what we need to be instilling in our youth today. Not wet ass pussy. No, not that. Not that. Not the shade room. Not none of this bullshit that we're seeing on TV. We need to teach our kids. Listen, I was watching this video on PragerU. Go follow them on Instagram. It's PRAGERU. The letter U. And the guy was, talking to some college students. There were some college students who didn't even know who Hitler was, who Joseph Stalin was. What is going on? It's clear as day. Something's not being taught in these schools. Something is not being taught. These parents is not teaching these kids nothing. And I said this to a female last night. The year 2020 has proved, well, not this just proved, but it definitely showed us. It's showing us who's the real parents out here, who's really parenting out here, who's really on a job. And a lot of parents have failed drastically. It's a shame. I'm seeing it right before my eyes. That's why I always good on my sister. I'm like, hey, make sure such and such is doing good at school. Make sure she's in them books. It's okay to play video games sometimes, but you ain't playing video games all the motherfucking time. Hell no, I'm gonna make sure you're in them books. Self-education. She's gonna not only get the pristine Hillsborough County education, but she's also going to be self-educated either by me or by her mom or by her dad. Because obviously something's not being taught in these schools to where college students, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old college students do not know who Adolf Hitler was or Joseph Stalin. That's when you know there's a problem. And that problem needs to be fixed. Oh, in the education system, most of these education system is Democratic ran. There's no woodshop class anymore to where, instead of you going to college, you go to trade school, learn a trade, and get in the workforce. They don't have that no more. They don't have sex education no more in these schools. They don't have like what happened to debate class? They took away DECA. Remember DECA? For the Association of Marketing Students. They took that shit away. I don't even think they have that anymore in my school at Blake. Motherfucking FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. These were programs that got their funding cut or just altogether took away altogether. So, with that being said, I think I got my point across tonight. So like I said, next week I got to handle some very important business. So I might not be on. I might be on, but I might not. But don't be surprised if I don't be on next week. Just put it that way. And if I be on, it's probably going to be brief. Because like I said, I have a lot of shit to do. And I got a big announcement coming up soon. So just be on the lookout for that. Like I said, I'm about to I'm about to handle some stuff on the computer also. But I want everybody to have a good rest of your evening. Stay dangerous out here. Stay dangerous. Don't stay safe. That's how you get killed, by staying safe. Stay dangerous. Listen, a motherfucking can't kill you if you're shooting back. Straight up. Straight up. They can't kill you if you're shooting back at them with a lot of bullets at that. So stay dangerous. Stay away from the bullshit, you know. Like I said, this is the realest podcast in the world. Because I'm going to give you that real raw truth, whether you like it or not. And frankly, I don't give a fuck, honestly. But I just want y'all to have a good evening. Stay positive. No negative bullshit. No negative energy. Be anti-bullshit. I'm anti-bullshit. That's Pro Season in a nutshell. Anti-bullshit. We pro-real, anti-bullshit. So I want everybody to have a good night. I may or may not see you next week. It all depends. I'll probably make an announcement on Tuesday if I'm going to record. So I will see everybody later. You have a good night. Pro Season signing out.